tropical hibiscus, the mother plant. Just took a handful of leaves off of it. It's still shedding. It will continue to shed. Kind of see one in the camera. Whoa. Running into the stove. So that's good. There's still a lot of buds. It'll continue to bloom. Nice big one on this side. Ran out of room in the greenhouse, so I had to bring some of my bulbs in here. Wonder how many of them will bloom. Amaryllis. The blooms are similar to the hibiscus. The begonias that I dug up. 2 out of 3 are blooming decently, growing. This one's falling behind. Which, you know, it's the case when you have multiple plants of the same plant. I forgot about this one. It's a little bit different. But it's doing well. That's what I want to see. Lights. The lights help. Had my white geranium. It was blooming really well, but I put it in the back, took all the blooms off. They were old. The roosters are noticing that their houses are gone. The rooster house is over here. We cleaned it out. Locked it up. The duck house is over by the other driveway. It got a good hosing. So probably going to get rid of the duck house. If the ducks need another house, I'd rather use the old rooster house for them. It's a nicer house. Where's everybody going? I'm glad I didn't plant any of my seeds yet. I was thinking that might be an issue. The birds. One delphinium survived. I'm so happy about it. Can't remember where I seen another one. I think the one in here. I thought there was another one. Oh, that one looks good. That's a delphinium. So anyway, cool. What do we have back here? Ashwagandha. Those are the ones I missed when I harvested. There were 3 still in the garden, and I potted them up for seeds. I didn't get a lot of seeds out of the garden. I got a few. Brought in petunia. Is that what it's called? Yes, sir. Petunia. This is the second year the petunia's been in the greenhouse. Last year's petunia. Third year that the lantana's been in the greenhouse. A lot of these peppers have been in here before. This little tiny pepper is pepper. That's a hot pepper. I remember buying that. That was an accident. I was buying chilies, but I didn't mean to get hot. I did pull a handful of peppers out of here the other day. They were small, but they were coloring up, and that's what I need. I need to take them in when they're coloring up. I hear something. There's a mouse in here. Forgot to bring the mouse trap out. Oh, I brought the lemongrass in, the one that was on the deck. This one got huge. This is this year's lemongrass, and it just did wonderfully. I couldn't stand to leave it outside when it did so well. Bringing it in here was kind of, you know, I don't have room, but I'm going to bring it in anyway. What else? The tomatoes. The tomatoes were getting, like, I got some ripe ones out of here, but the bottom was dark. Like, it had a dark bottom and it was rotting. I don't know why the tomatoes doing that, but I have two in the house that are still good, so I picked them before they colored up, and they didn't get that little rotten spot on the bottom. Maybe I'm overwatering it. I forgot to Google it. Last year's lemongrass didn't do as well as this year's, so that's why I ended up buying another one. But it's alive. I guess if it's alive, it stays. Mice have been in my sweet potatoes. The plant looks good, but, you know, I have doubts that the sweet potatoes underneath are looking good. Anyway, it's hard to move around in here. I've been cutting onions, green onions. I need to clean that table, but I don't think I'm doing it today. Maybe they'll get bored of it in a little while, and then I could plant the seeds. Right before rain. Got the Tropicanas out. Got the chickens out. I've been working the soil where the temporary coop was so I can plant it. Looks a lot better for planting than it did. The Tropicanas had some babies, looked like they were in pretty good shape, so I potted them up. And the rest of it went in a brown paper bag. Which they keep well in the paper bag if I can find the paper bag when it's planting season. Plant lights. Mostly tropical hibiscus. Tropical lily. Lemon trees. One big one and some propagations. I heard somebody the other day say, you know, don't be scared to throw your propagations out. I totally get it because there's so much. a little bit chilly with the clouds. Sun's out, it's warm. Anyway, birds get another day outside. Good enough. I'm waiting for the hostas to melt all the way back. Mushy, real mushy, flat mushy. And I just get a bucket and they'll pick right up off the ground. I don't have to cut them. She looked like she was trying to think about flying out. So we've been letting them out every day. Today they wandered over to the other side. Hung out over there. Anyway, I'm going in. I don't really trust them being out and about with all the gates open. This is where they were hanging out. It's been nice. Birds have been outside every day, which allows me to let the baby and the mama out inside. We haven't made our nesting boxes yet. I could tell that the chickens weren't quite happy with the floor in the coop. They're used to being able to dig in the dirt. Chips weren't really deep enough without the nesting boxes. So anyway, cat crate, box, and with the box there and a piece of wood, I could get the chips deeper on the corner, and they like that spot over there. So little chickens just, you know, getting to know the family. It's mostly going well. They didn't come out this time though. The way I have it shut, they can get under the door. But they chose not to. So anyway, that's going good. This was kind of my goal, was just to have the baby mixing with a smaller group of chickens to start, so we can get used to, you know, life in a flock. Oh, they're checking out the cat crate. Many of baby chickens have been in that cat crate. If she trains him to the cat crate, then he can sleep on the bottom floor. Good idea, Mama Chicken. So first thing this morning, I did come out here and start cleaning the table off. It doesn't feel good in here anymore. It feels cluttered and dirty. And it already feels better. So the plants need not to be so squished together. There needs to be airflow. Everything has a little something going on. I want to put gloves on when I clean the jalapenos off of this plant. So I don't want that burning stuff on my hands. I have an example of what I was talking about. The peppers are small, but when they start getting color, I take them in the house. Handful of them, I cut them up and either use them or freeze them. Last time I froze them. Plant feels dry. Little baby chickens slept with the big guys. So they like the box in the middle, which nobody else cared for. So that's their spot. Good morning, everybody. It's cold out. Not cold in here. It can be cold in the run, though. Duckies want their water. That's a snack noise. Dude over there found a snack. Something yummy over there. Calling to the flock. Hey guys, come. It's mouse. They found a mouse. I've been feeding mice in the greenhouse. Something that, oh, there was a mouse in the bucket. I just threw the slop bucket. There was a mouse in the bucket. It drowned. Not on purpose. Someone threw a little thing across the street. I was able to get the seeds planted before the rain. There's the spot that I was talking about. It's going to clear up later. So these tomatoes don't feel rotten though. And when I Googled it, it said underwatering would cause that, but I think it was the fertilizer I was using. I have to check expiration dates. It was a fish emulsion and some liquid, I can't remember what it was, Phytos or something. Anyway, I'm going to check our expiration dates and maybe Google how long that lasts. Amino acids. I'm used to dealing with the phytos with the fish tanks. Microbes. Hydroponics. Interesting. But anyway, I thought I'd give this stuff a try, and I can't read the expiration date. It's too worn, which probably means it's bad. Kind of expensive, 20 bucks a bottle. My neighbor bought this. I was helping my neighbor with his garden. But he left it behind when he moved. The pepper plant that I watered recovered. Looks much better, so I was right, it needed water. This beautiful sedum on the deck. When I was playing with sedum last year doing projects, I remembered that when the sedum's in the greenhouse, it's a prettier start for whatever I'm using it for. So I have 2 of these. I'm going to bring the other one in too. I don't have room in the greenhouse, which, you know, I'm taking things in the house and putting them under lights. That's the carnation. I have another one that has it has a cracked pot. I'm gonna have to find a new pot for it before I bring it in, but that would be next on my list. So I got the rest of the greenhouse clean. That's what I was supposed to be talking about. I think sometimes it's okay to be distracted. This messy box, I always need something out of that messy box. That's hard to get rid of. Carnations, found a spot with the geranium. I put the shorter one in the front so I could see the plants in the back. And petunias. They do well in the greenhouse until a certain point, and then they don't. So, you know, the really dark, cold part of winter, they start to fail. And they're aphid magnets, so when they start to fail, aphids move in and destroy my life, the life of my plant. And the sedum that I'm not sure about, I don't know the name, it blooms. Actually want a different color of that same plant. I have propagations in the greenhouse, but I need more room in the greenhouse because I'm still bringing things in. The Tropicanas made their way into the shelf. The Tropicanas that I dug up that were huge started out this way. They were last year's little leaves that I brought in. I don't have a lot of places in my yard where the Tropicanas work, so I have more than I can actually use. It was always my intention to sell some of my extra stuff, but I don't know, I got chickens, my kids moved back, and life. Still wondering, should I sell plants? I ditched my Facebook off my phone. I could get it back though.